So remember when I restored my Edward, right? Well, what if I told you I did the same thing today and also yesterday. But what if I told you yesterday and mainly yesterday and today I just restored Henry. So yeah, if you see my collection video, you'll probably know that I have 2 Henrys. Well, in this video, let me just tell you a bit of history, well, a story about these 2 Henrys. I don't know why I have 2 Henrys, but yeah, this one's a bit sun faded. And actually, I just realized that the body of this Henry, but holy shit, this camera likes to unfade anyway. I just realized the main body of this Henry is sun faded. I thought the face was just sun faded anyway. So yeah, I have 2 Henrys, and fun fact, this Henry's driving wheel actually came from this Henry. I just put it in this Henry because he didn't have a wheel because I used one of his wheels for Ryan, and I just took out this Henry wheel to put on this Henry because if you just look at him, he's just in better condition, and also this driving wheel. The wheel from this Henry still had its side rods when the original ones from this Henry didn't. So yeah, basically I just swapped the wheel out from this Henry and put it in this Henry. That way he will look even more in better condition. Now anyway, enough about the backstory about the 2 Henrys. Oh yeah, speaking of 2 Henrys, it's kind of like that Railway series theory of what happened to the other Henry. Anyway, just threw him on the floor because he's sun faded. I know. Yeah. Anyway, so my original plan on restoring him is to get a spare broken tender on eBay and just tell my dad to solder wires from that tender to this Henry. Since unlike Edward, which he looks horrible before, Henry looks in great condition, and also he'll probably look even greater with a fresh tender. But with a tender that is actually a tender. But I couldn't find a spare Henry tender that's been ripped off from another Henry on eBay. Sure, there are some broken Henrys out there that I could just rob off the tender from, but I don't think my dad will let me buy a broken Henry. That way I could just rip his tender off and give it to this Henry. So I just then decided on why not use the other battery compartment I had, give it to this Henry, and do like what I did with Edward. Give him a truck tender with a somewhat good battery cover and make him work again. Yeah. Again, just like Edward, since he has 2 AA batteries, he goes really fast. So yeah, the only modifications I did to Henry himself is just touch up his face, give him a white running board, red stripes, and a silver handrails, and also paint up his whistle or safety valve. And that's it. Oh yeah, and also give him fresh traction tires since he didn't have any. Since, like I said in my Edward video, when I was little, I would tell my parents to I would take off the traction tires. And also I would tell my parents to detach tenders. So that's why I don't have his original tender. Speaking about tenders, his tender, as you saw a few seconds ago, it was made out of I used a red truck. Battery compartment. And also, yeah, his tender, just like, hold up. Just like the Edward tender, made out of cardstock. crumbled up cardstock for coal. And also, I gave him some axle boxes because Ed Henry's tender had axle boxes. But unlike Edward's tender, the tender cover doesn't really hold on firmly. So I may need to glue some bits of cardstock right here to thicken this side. That way it will fit on firmly, but it fits on well, and yeah, it'll do. Also, I may also give an axle box to Edward, that because his tender also has 6 axle. And so, unlike Edward, his motor works fine. It works extremely fine. If you just listen to his motor. Yeah, and also, I think Henry and Edward, the Tomy engines, have the same motor. So yeah, Henry is a better performer. So yeah, this is kind of a short video since don't really need to do that much work on Henry. Just need a battery compartment, just need a battery box, truck, cardstock tender shell, and a bit of paint. Oh yeah, and a little bonus. Let me just get it from the Trackmaster I have on the floor. Here's a tin milk tanker I made out of my tomato sauce tanker. Yes, yes, I did that on purpose. Ooh. And speaking of woo, there's a little surprise. There's a little secret in this tanker I must show y'all. That's not milk. Yeah, I couldn't take this milk cart. I couldn't take the tanker shell apart. That way, I could just take out the tomato sauce and paint it white. But that's alright. At least I have a little meme right here. My original plan was to make this still transparent, and also again take this out and paint it white. That way you can see milk sloshing in there. But as you can see right here, and as I said before, that didn't happen. But hey, at least I have a funny little meme. Right, that's enough about the meme. And yeah, that's all I have to say for today. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I just put a montage of Henry running again. Also, I nearly have the entire Steam team done, but just look at this picture and just tell me who I'm missing. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and here's the montage.